You're such an asshole.
VassalConsulting.com. Go there. Questions, money. Give me. Retire early. Live on beach in Thailand. Give big finger to world that tried to fuck me over that I ended up defying and conquering. And that is the life plan of Aaron Clarey. Hello there. My name is Patty. I'm 35, soon to be 36-year-old, and will start accounting in the summer at the University of Minnesota Online. Just a little bit about my background. A few years ago, I was studying nursing. I took all the prereqs for nursing. Hang on. Before I go any farther, let me make sure. Standard video. Okay, I want to make sure it was a video response, because then I've done that before I do video. Oh, by the way, can you make it an email? Studying nursing. I took all the nursing prereqs for nursing school, but I gave it all up right before applying for the program. I realized nursing wasn't for me. Good, you made the smart choice. You saved yourself 2 years of education. I've been working in healthcare for almost 8 years now. I started as a CNA. Later became a medication aide. I'm currently working on a word I can't pronounce. These are low-level jobs that do not require any degrees, and pretty much anyone can do it. When I decided to leave the healthcare field, I spent a few years completely lost. Healthcare was all I knew. A few years ago, I found accounting. This sounds like a really, really, really bad Harlequin romance novel. All I knew was healthcare, and I wandered looking for a man, and I discovered accounting. Your story isn't boring. It's like, oh, accounting, the exciting world of accounting. You and Chad Elkins should meet. But I couldn't go back to school because my old community college wouldn't release my transcripts. I owed them over $6,000. To get my transcripts back, I had to file for bankruptcy. Now they finally released. You say finally as if like, oh, those assholes wanting to get paid. I mean, what a bunch of dicks, huh? I mean, finally. You ever watch Last Man Standing? You remind me of his daughter, Mandy. And I was able to apply for UMC. I do like accounting and hope to become a CPA, but I'm worried about a few things in this industry. As my age, as I said, I'm almost 36, and by the time I finish, I'll be around 39 with no accounting experience. If I was in healthcare, I wouldn't be worried. Yeah, the more experienced the nurses, the uglier they are. I remember doing that when I was working in hospitals. The night shift. You want to work the night shift because that's when the young, inexperienced ones, they're like, hey, how you doing? But the day shift, you're like, oh, Jesus. Oh, no, why? Why? But in accounting, I think I will be too old. I thought about double majoring in information technology management to make myself more marketable. That's going to take me even longer to graduate. Also, I'm already $33,000 in student loan debt. Golly, you girls just kick so much ass. You are over half dead, and you still have student loans. All right, let me save you a lot of pain and agony. Anything, here's the rule. Anything, excuse me, with the word management, studies, or bio in it are worthless degrees. African American studies, women studies, technology management, engineering management. You will not be hired as a manager. The irony, here's what's true irony. Not one student who's ever studied management is hired as a manager. They're not. And that is the lazy man's way of going through information technology. You want to do IT? Do fucking IT. Learn Python, learn R. Get your certifications, learn computer networking, become a full stack developer. Don't think, I'm the idea person, I manage. I'm a manager, right? Watch the IT Crowd, great, hilarious British show. It's fictitious, where the woman doesn't know anything and she manages the IT department by helping the nerds meet girls on the 5th floor. It's an inside joke if you haven't seen it. But people who have seen it, they're finding it very funny right now. No, you're not going to go into technology management. No. You will stick with accounting, but that's going to... So I'm wondering if this double major is worth more debt. No, it is not. Do accounting or do IT. Not management, not IT management. Do IT. Do computer science. Go to a programming boot camp. Become an actual nerd. Do not be the manager, okay? As I said earlier, I had to file for bankruptcy to get my transcripts. I'm very worried if anybody other than the government will hire me as an accountant with bankruptcy on my credit report. So this is my situation. I really don't want to go back to anything in healthcare. I want something I like and that will give me the option to work for myself in the future. I believe that's accounting or IT. I would really appreciate your advice. Thank you. Okay, here's the deal. You are worrying about spilled milk. You're fretting over spoiled milk or spilled milk or whatever the phrase is. The milk has been spilled. Okay? You had a child. You're a single mom. You have your kid. It's too late. Oh, is that going to affect my dating? Yes, it is. It is definitely going to affect your dating in the negatory. What else? I have herpes. Is that going to affect my love life? Yeah, that's going to affect it. That it is. Yeah. I have student loan debts. Is that going to affect my ability to find financially savvy men or people? You could have a guy. Yeah, it will. I have a criminal record. Well, it will. But that does not mean you don't try. Because what's your other option? Not try? It's done. It's happened in the past, and I see this a lot with middle-aged men, my age, middle-aged, and older. Why should I even try anymore in IT? They only hire the younger kids. It's like, well, okay, you know what? Go on welfare then. Just sit there and stew. Because here's the question: what's your other option? To not try? To stop trying anymore? Now, thankfully, in your particular case, age does not have an effect. It's accounting. It's a compliance. It's record keeping. I would not worry about it. No one cares if you're a 40-year-old or a 20-year-old when you're an accountant. Do you balance the budget? Can you do the books? Now, what is going to have an effect on any employer is going to be your bankruptcy. But you're of the age and generation, Gen X, where everyone has a bankruptcy because of the housing crash. Because we're an incompetent, fucktarded generation, just like the millennials and the baby boomers. So don't worry. You're in great company of fucking losers. Everyone has a bankruptcy. You got to look at it from the perspective of corporations. They can't not hire people with bankruptcies. I mean, there's so many. It's the same thing with guys our age. You're in your late 30s. I'm in my younger 40s. Guys my age, you don't have a choice but to date single moms. That's all there is. You can date younger, but they're a royal pain in the ass. You have to listen. Well, you don't have to listen to them, but it's like, oh boy, Hogan's Heroes is on. I could go home now and not listen to her talk. That'd be nice. I mean, so where was I going? You're in your 40s. Oh, yeah. But anyway, so the pool of labor that employers have to choose from. It's not that uncommon now. We are not the same quality and caliber of the World War II generation. We are a fucking loser generation. We are a wasted crop. And pretty much everybody knows that. All right? 40-year-old men have to date single moms. Employers have to hire Gen X people with a bunch of financial problems. And Gen X is going to have to hire millennials with a ton of student loan debt and mental issues and the incapability to be adults at work. It's just what it is. All right? So I would not worry about your spoiled milk. I would go get your accounting degree anyway because that's going to improve your chances. There will be a slight, and I do mean slight, disadvantage that you have a bankruptcy. But that's not going away. And you are going to stand a lot better shot at making more money and getting out of your piss poor financial situation having a degree in accounting than not. Right? So you have to move forward. It's, again, going back to the old middle-aged guys who complain about, you won't hire an old man. All right, fine. Don't fucking learn Python. Go fucking jerk off the porn and play World of Warcraft some more. All right, I'm sure that will improve you. So you have no choice. You must move forward. You must march. You must advance. And I've had people in way worse situations than you. Criminal backgrounds. Really horrible background. And they still came from behind. Because I think there's an element of not necessarily forgiveness and people always screw up, but if you come from a really fucked up background, like criminal, felon, then there's an element of like Americanism, like, come on, you're like cheering the underdog. There's a bad underdog element, but he's repentant, or she's repentant, and then you're like, you're cheering them from behind, so you want to see that. But I don't think you have to worry about your bankruptcy. The only thing I would add is that IT, say, I want something to work for myself in the future. I believe that's accounting or IT. I would say IT is better than accounting. But again, you have to do IT, not management. You choose either or. You don't do both, right? And the benefits of IT is that a lot of that is self-certification. It can be self-taught. You don't have to pay the money. You maybe pay to take a test over at CCNA, or you get Microsoft certified. You buy a bunch of used computers. You hack. You self-teach. It takes discipline, but it can be done. But you don't have to shell out the money to take out student loans to do it. You could go to a programming boot camp, learn yourself programs that are in demand. That's a fraction of the time and the cost, and I think the pay is just as good as if you got yourself a 4-year degree in accounting, and I think there's a better future for it. But with an accounting degree, you're basically going to be committed to becoming a CPA. And once you hit that, I don't think you have much to worry about. But yeah, they're both good plans, but you have to pursue one of them, because what's your other option? Decay and rot as a low-ranked employee in healthcare? You don't have a choice. Right? So, one, your bankruptcy is not that bad. I wouldn't even worry. Literally, when I say I want to lose sleep, I mean, really, I know you think you're going to lose. No, come on. It's so meaningless. Everyone your age has a bankruptcy. I remember, seriously, I wish I would have just walked away from my house in Minneapolis because of the property taxes, and banks would not refinance me at these lower rates. I had an interest rate at 8%. I was like, I could refinance at 3%. My finances would be a lot better. And no bank would touch me because it was rental property. I was self-employed. And even the bank I was with, I'm like, you know what? I should have. I should have just walked away, said, fuck you, because you want to know what happened to these people? Nothing. They'll still get loans. It's been over 7 years. Now you can apply for a loan. The bankruptcy is expunged from your credit report. I mean, it'll still show up, but it doesn't have an effect on your credit score. Banks can't wait to lend money to the people that just fucked them over and walked away on their houses. So I would not worry about it. You are a small piece of shit and a vast cesspool of shit and decay and filth, and your accounting degree will make you a slightly better piece of shit. So anyway, that's all we got. If you need a pep talk, if you're kind of down in the dumps and you want the elder brother of America to come in there and give you that swift kick in the ass of ego and confidence you need, you come talk to me at assholeconsulting.com. We'll take care of your problems. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.